Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered how our own planet, this amazing blue marble we call home, came to be? It's a story that spans billions of years, a cosmic tale of dust, gravity, and incredible violence. Let's travel back in time, about 4.5 billion years ago, to witness the birth of Earth. It all starts with a giant cloud of gas and dust, a solar nebula left over from the birth of our sun. Imagine this massive swirling cloud, mostly made of hydrogen and helium, but also sprinkled with heavier elements from long-dead stars. Over millions of years, gravity began to work its magic. Tiny dust particles started sticking together, like cosmic dust bunnies. First they formed small pebbles, then bigger rocks, and eventually massive bodies called planetesimals, some several kilometers across. This was a chaotic and crowded neighborhood. These planetesimals were constantly crashing into each other. It wasn't a gentle process, it was a cosmic demolition derby. Through countless collisions, some planetesimals grew larger and larger, their gravity pulling in more and more material. One of these successful winners was the Proto-Earth, a young molten ball of rock, much smaller than the planet we know today. Then came the most dramatic event in Earth's history, the giant impact. A Mars-sized object, which we now call the Aether, came hurtling through space and slammed into our young planet. The collision was catastrophic. It was so powerful that it melted both bodies and sent a massive plume of vaporized rock into orbit around Earth. Most of the Aether was absorbed by our planet, making it significantly larger. But the debris that was thrown into space didn't just drift away. Gravity once again took over, pulling these fragments together. Over time, this orbiting ring of rubble coalesced to form our moon. That's right, our beautiful moon is a cosmic souvenir from this ancient violent collision. After this monumental crash, the Earth was a hellish world. It was a glowing molten sphere with a surface temperature hot enough to melt rock. But over hundreds of millions of years, things began to cool down. A solid crust started to form on the surface, like a skin on a cooling pudding. This period was known as the Hadean Eon, named after the underworld, and for good reason. The young Earth was still being bombarded by asteroids and comets, remnants from the solar system's formation. These comets and asteroids, which are basically giant, icy space rocks, delivered something incredibly precious: water. As they crashed into Earth, they deposited vast quantities of water onto its surface. At the same time, volcanoes were erupting all over the planet, spewing out gases from Earth's interior, including a huge amount of water vapor. As the planet continued to cool, this water vapor in the atmosphere condensed and fell as rain. It rained and rained for millions of years, creating the first rivers, lakes, and eventually, the vast global oceans that define our planet. And with that, the stage was set. We had a rocky planet with a stable orbit, a large moon to stabilize its tilt, and vast oceans of liquid water. This was the cradle where life, against all odds, would eventually begin its own incredible journey. From a swirling cloud of dust to a vibrant, living world. The story of Earth's formation is a powerful reminder of how chaotic, violent, and ultimately beautiful our universe can be. It's a story we're still piecing together, one discovery at a time. Thanks for joining me on this journey back to the beginning of our world. If you found this story as fascinating as I do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into the cosmos. See you next time.